Yeah, I'm going Brian Robinson over 68.5 rushing yards, and I like this a lot. They're playing Dallas, and maybe this is just a cheat code. Dallas is 3-7 without Dak Prescott. The season is off the rails. Their coach is on the precipice of getting fired, and more importantly, their defense allows a league worst at stopping the run. The most yards are against this team. They're absolutely horrendous. We played it last week with the Mixon. I see no reason why not to go back to the well here. And since their bye, they have allowed 223 rushing yards to the Niners. Bijan Robinson single-handedly gained 86. The Eagles gained 187. The Texans gained 141, including that Joe Mixon, who got 109 and cashed that bet for us. And it's not just about Dallas. We actually have some advantages here, I think, for the Commanders. They're double-digit favorites. They expect to be out front early because they do very well at the start of the game, so it's not something that they're going to close well. I think that they're going to start well and be able to run the ball. They sport a top 5 run team, and there's reports that Jaden Daniels may be banged up, and if that's the case, they may be motivated to rely on the run game a little bit more. And this is a big number for Brian Robinson, but he has eclipsed 100 yards in 2 of his 8 games this year. He's hit 63 or more in 4 of the last 5 and 5 of the last 7 games. So he's had success. Is it a little bit higher than we're used to seeing for him? Yes, it is. But I think there's reason is because Dallas, and I think that's still not enough of a movement up. We don't need much more against the league's worst run defense to cover this number. So I bet and certainly endorse betting Brian Robinson over 68.5 rushing yards.
No argument for me about fading this Dallas Cowboys rush defense. I mean, we capitalized on this last week, like you mentioned with Joe Mixon. But this number is high for a reason for Brian Robinson here for the Washington Commanders. And to your point about Jaden Daniels there, right? I think that he is dealing with something because, yes, he had that 326-yard passing game against the Chicago Bears, but since then, 209 against the Giants, 202 against the Steelers, and 191 last week against the Philadelphia Eagles there. So those ribs are I think it's definitely bothering him. So we may see some more running in this game with Brian Robinson Jr. here against the Dallas Cowboys. And again, like you mentioned, with this big of a spread, that they are out to a possibly double-digit lead or 2-possession lead, that there's no reason really for them to throw the football and put Jaden Daniels in any danger. Let's just hand the ball off, more importantly, to Brian Robinson Jr. and Austin Eckler for this Washington Commanders team.